And welcome back, everybody, to Bear Down Breakdown. We are back here again on season 3,
And
episode
late.
12.
And we are late.
And we
Somebody is
are
late
indeed
today.
late. We do
Yeah,
apologize. We are a little bit behind
buddy.
schedule. Your boy truly is going to London, and our session took a lot longer than I anticipated, so I do dearly apologize. But I am your host, Gustavo Arriaga, joined by
Ronan Clark, who
Rona
actually
Clark. How you
arrives on
feeling?
time. I'm feeling
Hey,
great because I arrive on time and I
okay.
don't delay the show by 10 minutes. So
Look,
I'm
man.
feeling good.
Look. Oh, I forgot to get. Did you send Augie the number?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we have to
Just
him
got the
ring out.
number.
We are going to have our special guest Augie in here, by the way, the Augmeister who showed up last time.
Ogmeister. Yeah.
But I guess in the meantime, Ronan, talk about the trade that just went down right now.
Oh, I guess we'll cover that.
Yeah,
So
before
the
anything.
Bears are trading a 2027 fifth round pick to the Patriots for center Garrett Bradbury. That's not bad. It's
Is
not.
it a next year deal? Next year pick?
Yeah,
Oh, then
2027.
yeah, I'm completely okay with that. But
Yeah,
I think
that's
he's
fine.
depth. I don't think he's starting.
You don't think he's starting?
No, because they're going all in for Linderbaum right now. They
I
might try
wouldn't.
to kick him out to guard.
I wouldn't think so.
I would see
No.
so. But give us that analysis while I get the Augie in.
Why would they kick him out to guard? I told Augie to call it 45, by the way.
Oh,
So
at 45?
yeah, so we got a little time.
5:45?
Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to be on a majority.
No, we're gonna have him on for like the back half.
You sure?
Yeah. Well, that's what I told him. So.
Well, we might want to get him in a little bit earlier, but I guess go ahead and touch on it, Ronan. What
'cause
have you heard?
we got a little bit of news. So basically, we traded a fifth round in 2027 for him, which isn't half bad. I will take that. I mean, it's a later round pick, so I can deal with that. I think that he was on a Super Bowl team, which is like, hey,
The bar isn't that
look,
high.
look, we traded a fourth for Joe Tooney, a fifth
That
for
is
Garrett
true.
Bradbury. Garrett Bradbury was pretty dang good when he was with the Vikings.
He was okay with the Vikings. Got it a lot better when he got to New England.
And how old is he?
I don't think he's that old. I'm pretty sure he's like 28.
You're even saying he got a lot better.
He did get a lot better. I would definitely give him his.
Yeah.
He
So-
is exactly 30. Never mind.
Well, yeah, that's fine because I would say that they're going to say that he's going to be the starting center. I don't think that we're going to go after Linderbaum. I don't think it's worth it either. I really don't. I don't think that attacking the position that we haven't really had the time to scout too heavily like that hard. No, I would say reroute back to Max Crosby, who
Okay.
there's been conflicting news. I feel like we're gonna hear a lot of like, he said, she said, this happening,
Just a
that's
lot of stuff. A
happening.
lot of smoke screens.
There's a lot of smoke screens, and it kind of sucks because you just kind of want to get the right news, but we'll see, man.
Yeah.
We will see.
We got a lot of stuff for sure, and we are, of course, in a very busy time right now because, hey, free agency's coming up. You're getting trades happening, and of course, this trade isn't official until Monday, the new league year, which we'll be
Yeah.
touch in a minute. But Bradbury, I'm pretty sure he was a first round pick with the Vikings. Then proceeded to be cut because they did not like the way he played. But to be fair, the Vikings were terrible. Came to the Patriots, was a lot better there. However, I don't really know. He kind of showed a lot of inconsistencies at the end at that Super Bowl playoff run. But
Yeah.
granted, that whole O line was kind of a mess, especially with Jared Wilson and small arm Will Campbell. However, Dan Rocher is known for fixing and developing these guys. So if there's anybody that we want to trust, it would be Dan Rocher. And guess what? This is a 30-year-old veteran that we can trust to kind of help lead the way for Caleb Williams. So I will touch on that later, but right now I will have to watch some film, understand it, and we'll be back on that regarding that on our Monday show when it comes to free agency. I'm sure you agree with that, Ronan.
Yeah, I can live with Garrett Bradbury as my starting center this year. If he was on a Super Bowl contending team, Super Bowl runner-up team, so I'll live. I can live with a guy
A
who
fifth
is
round pick next year.
Yeah, fifth round pick next year. That still gives us the capital to go after Max. I think we'll be just fine. So I would say pump the brakes if you're gonna be like, oh, he sucks, all this stuff. No, he's fine. And
He'll be fine.
We'll be okay.
Well, in terms of trades, that is not the only trade the Bears have made. I know a lot of Bears fans
Yeah,
are anticipating us breaking this news. We just had to break that first because one, I'm late, and then two, it just now happened.
Yeah.
Perfect timing though. However, DJ Moore, as we have been saying
Yeah.
over and over again on this show, rumors, smoke screens, well, it all came to fruition yesterday morning. DJ Moore has been traded to the Buffalo Bills for a second round pick, number 60. So we gave a fifth of this year, hence why we gave our fifth next year for Bradbury.
Mhm.
DJ Moore for pick number 60. We were picking 57 with our pick and then 60 for the Bills. Of course, like we said earlier, this is the start of multiple moves that Poles plans to make.
Yeah.
And free agency starts this Monday. And of course, with that comes the new league year. A lot of big news is just now starting. Trades, cuts, signing. This is just the beginning of
It's been
everything.
busy.
Yeah,
It's been really busy.
it's been busy for us. I can imagine how busy it's been over in Hallis Hall. I guess Ronan, you felt very strongly about this and how it went
Yeah.
down. I want you to give me your thoughts and kind of discuss what this means now for Chicago.
It's like the Khalil Mack trade, where it's sad and
And
it
it sucks.
sucks. And, you had a lot of great memories with the guy and, like, especially DJ Moore. I think almost more so than Khalil Mack. I think were the memories that we had with DJ. But I think just for the compensation and for what it could potentially bring, if we're, ooh, seats moving,
Oh,
if we're able to bring in Max Crosby with some of those picks, I would be happy. But if we're not, it's a different story. You kind of have to be like, okay, this kind of stinks a little bit. Hopefully, we pick a guy who's good with the draft capital, but you never know, man. You never know. It's the Bears.
we're gonna find out. So I did a little bit more research right here. Nicholas Moriano, our very own, he said, "I don't know much about Gary Bradbury, but I can definitely tell you he is not a Tyler Linderbaum." And but he also didn't play that bad. Bradbury had 10,076 snaps, 0 sacks allowed, 0 penalties. You want a clean veteran guy.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This is what you got. He's also not going to cost you $20 million a year, which is
Exactly.
what Linderbaum is going for. So you know what? We're kind of talking down to what we want, kind of understanding what's at stake and what we're necessarily looking for. But with, of course, we mentioned with DJ Moore,
I
it
never
sucks.
like the thing about it was I never thought that we were gonna go and grab Linderbaum.
Really,
Yeah, no, I don't see it. Like, especially like when there's a cheaper option on the table and when we need to commit to defense, like we have a good line that can
that is true.
compensate for each other. Like we have enough to the point where those guys can pick up the slack if another one sucks. The Patriots offensive line, like they can't really do that. A lot of it just depends on like their entire cohesion. Like if one guy messes up, everybody's messing
That
up.
is
You
true.
saw that
Well,
in like
yeah, in the Super Bowl.
in the Super Bowl and in the Broncos game where like one guy messes up, everybody's done.
Yep. If Will
So
Campbell's done, everybody's falling with
yeah,
him.
and also Will Campbell sucks.
Yeah, it's not
I'm so
ideal.
glad we didn't draft him. I am
I never
so
wanted him because
glad.
of his small arms. I thought maybe he would have been an intriguing
Yeah.
guard prospect, but never a tackle.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with like a guy like Peter Skoronsky, where
But he got moved to guard, and
yeah,
now he's
exactly. He got
successful
moved to guard, so they might as well just kick him to
to guard or
yeah.
even center if they really want to try him
You
there.
never know.
You know what? I'm happy with how it came out. And when you have Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson, you can really stick anything at center and it'll be fine. You just have
Yeah,
to express to Bradbury how important this run game is and how important working with Caleb in terms of audibles and pass protection is to this offense. And I think we'll be okay. My main worry is left tackle, which we'll discuss later with the Taylor Decker release. But for now, before we jump into our first ad break, with DJ Moore, you hit it really on the nose. Yes, it's going to be emotional. It's going to hurt, and it isn't going to be the same. We didn't have him for that long. I mean, 3 years really is not that long compared to some other people, but it just has to happen. He's making too much money at a position of really that's not needy anymore with Luther, Jade, Rome, Duvernay. I mean, Loveland, Komet, Monungai, Swift. You have way too many mouths to feed on this offense,
yeah,
and at some point, somebody has to go. And it unfortunately was him because this was his worst year statistically as in a career in his career ever with the Panthers, even with bad QB play. He did not have bad QB play. Problem is just a lot of really good players on this offense, and that's a really good problem to have. But
hmm
with that, guys, we'll be here on our first ad break and talk about another unfortunate news because we are looking for centers because Drew Dalman did leave us at
Well, are
retirement.
we going to continue to look for centers? I
We're
think is
about
the
to find out
question.
here after this ad break on Bear on Breakdown at RDS.
Hey, that's one nice new bike, Josie.
Yeah, birthday present. Rides really smooth too. Oh, and I see you finally got a new helmet.
I did. Bought it cheap online.
Love those side wings.
Hey, you hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving and need some water too.
Okay, follow me. We'll turn off here.
I'm right behind you.
Hey, watch the cars. They can be crazy. Ah,
I called 911. They should be here soon.
Was this young man hit by a car?
Yes, and I'm concerned because his helmet is smashed and cracked open.
It's a brand new helmet.
It's probably a fake.
Please help him.
Fakes cause real harm. You're smart. Buy smart.
Go for real.
Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Johnson, what was that? You let him blow past right by you.
But did we cover the spread, coach?
Teamwork running a spread offense.
Nah, I mean the point spread. I bet on us to cover the spread at 12.5 points. Well, between you and me, coach, I got a good 6-leg parlay I want to get. I'm due to earn over 60,000 big one.
Well, your parlay wasn't part of the game plan. Now get your butt on the bench. Johnson may have not stuck to the game plan, but you can stick to yours if you plan on sports betting. It's just 3 simple steps. Set your limit, bet what you can afford, and track your bets. Like any form of gambling, sports betting is supposed to be fun. And sticking to your game plans can be the difference between enjoying the game like these guys or ending up like Johnson. Suspension? Why? I bet on my team to win. This message is brought to you by Radio DePaul Sports, the student voice of your blue teammates.
I'm a champion. Realize checks mechanism. Shaquille O'Neal Parade. This is not your normal PSF. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. If you're gonna go out and have a good time, it's fine. But designate a driver to drive home. Let's stop the madness. Don't drink and drive.
Public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Bear Down Breakdown. Ronan, you're not slick. To Season 3, Episode 12, here on this a lovely Friday. Honestly rainy, but it's still pretty nice out, so we're thankful for that.
It's nice out.
I would say it's nice out. It's not cold. It's really not that windy. It's just sticky. It's really what it feels like.
That's good weather to you?
Anything that's not below 20, yeah.
Sticky.
There's not a lot of, criteria.
I can't
for this.
say my clothes feel the same sentiment.
Well,
I definitely feel the sticky aspect, yeah.
yeah, you know what? I take the negative 20-degree weather. You know what we won't take? Drew Dalman retiring at age 27. Man, this was just straight out of left field.
Yeah.
Drew Dalman, the Bears' all-pro center, by the way, Pro Bowler as well, has retired at age 27. As it was an absolute shocker out of nowhere. I mean, there were no rumors, no speculation, nothing ever. And there was speculation that came out after
It
they
was crazy.
retired.
It was yeah.
Out of
What the
nowhere.
hell?
All I heard was Ronan say, "What?" Just text in the chat that Dalman's gone. I'm like, no, it's not true. You check Schefter, you check Rappaport, you check all these people, and he's gone.
And who maybe we found his replacement? I think what the strategy is going to be is he's going to be a plug-and-play guy, Garrett Bradbury.
Mhm.
Not going to be on the same level because it's kind of hard to replace a guy who makes the Pro Bowl
Yeah.
his first year with us. I still don't get why he's gone. Like, he said,
don't
I
either.
don't want to, have the same thing as my dad, blah, blah, blah. But, then just take care of yourself. I don't I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
If you're going to leave your team high and dry, then it's like, dude, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean,
I get it. I get it. Take care of yourself first. I have to say this because it's a good radio thing, and I'm totally not pissed off. And it's
okay.
I totally was not flipping tables and everything. But yeah, take care of yourself. But maybe wait 2 or 3 more years to do
What
that
if-
before.
yeah.
Come on, play out your contract,
and then you can do
finish
whatever.
it out. Then you can take care of your body at 29 or at 30. You're not gonna become Antonio Brown, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not CTE'd enough to understand it, but
It just sucks. And he was an
Yeah.
unbelievable center. He ranked overall 77.5, sixth among all starting 40 centers.
yeah,
78.9 run blocking. He was unbelievable in the run blocking game.
he was good. Yeah,
He was so good. The game I really go back to was the Eagles game. Jalen Carter couldn't even move against this man. Drew Dalman put him in his place unbelievable amounts. And it hasn't even been the year that we got him. This Monday would be a year that we got Drew Dalman. Under a year, we lose him. And it wasn't to trade, to injury, to poor performance, retirement. It's just, man, every time we get excited about something, this happens. He was a key piece in truly stabilizing this Bears O-line, Ronan. And
Now, speaking of the O-line, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt.
no, go ahead.
The Garrett Bradbury trade looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's hear it.
So he was owed $4.7 million in 2026, in the last of a 2-year, $9.5 million deal. Getting a quality center in free agency would have cost Chicago more than that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Like $4.5 million when it would have cost you like what, $20 million a year, $15 million a year, $10 million a year. I can live with that. Like,
Yeah.
go invest in the defense.
Mhm.
Get an Alante Taylor. Like, I would say, like we were talking about this earlier. Do we want to get into the Max Crosby stuff? Or
Not
do we
yet.
wanna wait?
We will eliminate.
Well, we're probably gonna. I would like us to trade some more players personally, because I think that there's some guys we have some rooms that are just a bit too full, and I think that we can kind of snatch some players from different teams. We can also snatch a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see.
There's a lot of. I mean, we won't know until this Monday. There's so much
No.
build up for this Monday, and I'm unbelievably excited.
It's
So
gonna be
make sure to stay
Big
tuned.
Monday.
We will be active
Isn't
on
that
Twitter.
that's the legal tampering period? or-
Yes, the legal tampering period is
Oh,
that
so
Monday.
it's not the new league year. It's not like the
Well,
opening of free agency.
Technically, yes, but free agency starts that day, and you're able to tamper, aka you'll be able to sign them, and then the actual signing period, I think, finalizes that Wednesday.
Well, there you go.
It's complicated, but that's how it goes. I mean, Dahlman, man, only 1 sack in 17 games. Played all 17 games, matter of fact. That's my
Valuable,
personal
yeah.
favorite. He didn't miss a single game. We finally find continuity at the center position for being a problem for so long.
And then we
The
get
last
screwed.
time we had stabilization, I don't think I would consider 2018 with James Daniels. I think last time probably was that Roberto Garza year.
Yeah.
That's the last time I could tell you we had stabilization. And guess what? Right back down to square one. Just Ronan, what are your thoughts on this, man? Like, how could you possibly, like, I don't know, justify this?
I mean, just not being sure of who's going to be next was kind of a concern of mine. But
Yeah.
now that we know, I can live with that. It's a good result. It's not like we're taking some scrub. Garrett Bradbury is a proven guy. So it's like,
Veteran.
veteran. So we got a kind of an older offensive line room, but I think we have some flexibility right now. Depending on where we go with our picks and where we go with a bunch of different other stuff, maybe we need to look into the draft for a guy, but I don't think we need to look until like next year
Yeah.
at the latest.
Agreed. I think this draft, you still have to maybe draft a couple guys, get like a swing tackle on the left side, get another center with your late round picks. But you definitely have to keep in the back of your mind that if we're not going to settle for somebody like Linderbaum this year as a long-term piece, then you have to find one next year. And that's if you have a first-round pick next year to take one of the higher-end guys.
Yeah.
But we have 3 second-round picks, 2 this year and another second. And there's a lot of really good talent that falls. And then there's nobody more than I trust than Dan Rocher. He's done an unbelievable job with this O-line. And I know you agree with that, Ronan. So we have an opportunity here. And on the topic of searching and opportunities, Tremaine Edmunds.
Yeah, goodbye.
Tremaine Edmunds has officially been released by the Chicago Bears as we were unable to find a trade partner, resulting in his release. However, he did have a $15 million cap hit. That is gone. We officially gained. And as it stands today via over the cap, we are sitting at $45 million after being 11 negative in cap. So now with Dalman retirement, we get money from that.
Well, now we're
We get
probably
money
sitting
from
at,
the
like,
others.
What, 36?
What do you mean? Right now?
Yeah, for the
Right now, like
Bradbury
30.
trade, or-
Well,
oh, no, you said 45, so it's probably 41.
we're at
right?
45 now officially.
Okay, yeah.
It'll
I was thinking of his $9 million deal.
Yeah, no, we
But no,
officially
we're
are
looking
sitting at
for-
45, and that will finalize this Monday for free agency. And the Bears are not done. I think a lot more cuts are coming.
No, yeah.
I think restructures are coming, and we have an opportunity to be sitting at around 65 million to maybe 75 mil. And if anything, that screams Max Crosby trade or if anything, that screams go make a big splash
Trey
and
Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson and find some sort of continuity in that O line and D line again.
I did hear that he would want to play with the Bucks.
Trey.
That was
Interesting.
That was a report that came out. Not too thrilled about that.
There's a lot of smoke screens going on right now, so take it
Yeah.
with a grain of salt. And Ronan does mention a good point. We could see really him chasing the team that has, defensive struggles like the Bucks, that has a defensive-minded head coach
and
Todd
more
Bowles.
where they pay him more.
Correct, and
But
that would be the situation.
I think the connection is gonna do it.
With Dennis Allen.
Yeah, I
We-
hope
we
can
shall
get
see.
like 3 more good years out of him, please. Just 3 more.
We're pulling for it, but we do want to thank Tremaine Edmonds for when it was time. He was he was great.
Yeah, no,
this
he
was
had
his best year.
like 100 tackle season.
Yeah,
I was
he was
shocked.
good.
I was shocked we couldn't find a partner for him.
Yeah, I think it's just really his contract. There's a reason he stayed on this, team longer than DJ. Like, that was really crazy that Tremaine Edmonds was on the team longer than he should have been. So there's a reason for that. They probably attempted to see if anybody wanted to do it. But yeah, Ronan, go ahead and talk when we get Augie in here.
Yeah, so I mean, just Tremaine was good. He was good, but he wasn't great, and I think that was his issue. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it had to happen. He costed too much money. So, I really do think that it was one of those moves that had to happen.
It had to happen. And on topic of that, we have the Augmeister joining us here on the topic of Max Crosby and such. Welcome in, Augie. How you doing?
If you know me, you know me very well from the next chapter of sports at 11 a.m. Tuesdays on RDSE. So I'm glad to be on with you guys today.
Happy to have you, Augie. Thank you. Yeah, Ronan was just bringing a really good topic of Tremaine Edmonds. He was good for what we had him for, but it's the same deal with DJ. Changes have to be made as a business, and we saw this early. This has Max Crosby implications. The Max Crosby dream was dead for a minute until a recent report came out. So right now it's a little bit dim as the Bears are shifting their focus to Linderbaum and Trey Hendrickson, even with Bradbury. However, as we saw recently, news is coming out every minute now. The 3 teams for Max Crosby in contention to trade for him are the Bears, the Cowboys, and the Ravens. And it has been confirmed by NFL insider Jonathan Jones. And also yesterday, per Adam Farrell, an NFL insider, the Bears had 2 firsts on the table, but they wanted a starter in the mix that was not DJ Moore since they did not like his contract. So, Ronan, kind of touch on what this means because there's so many contradicting reports, and we know how bad we want Crosby.
It's gonna depend, man. It's gonna depend.
Who's willing
if
to toss more?
Foles is willing to take that risk and forego the draft capital and to make a really good team right now instead of later. And he's built a great team through the draft. We had an exceptionally great draft class this year. And, honestly, whichever direction we go in, I trust in it, which is like a very rare thing. Like, I trust the process. I really do. But it's also like, hey, it's right there. This could be a move that sets us up for years to come. And so it's like, you trust the process, but it's also like you question the hesitation.
Yeah, and then Augie, back to you as well. What do you think about everything that's going on? There's so many things here because this is really between do you want it enough that this is a Super Bowl changing move? And I know you agree with that too, Ronan, like you mentioned. Do we really want it enough? And does Ryan Poles believe this is the move to push us over the hump? So, Augie, do you really see this being the right move? Or, matter of fact, do you even see Ryan Poles making this move?
It's a good call to say, in my personal opinion. I mean, I'm someone that just recently been watching these Bears from Justin Fields all the way to like Jake Cutler and the rest. You know what? I will say this. I mean, at first I wasn't thinking that Max Crosby was gonna be on the radar for the Bears with Trey Hendrickson, because of his age and all that. But like I said, in my own personal opinion, I'm not sure because it's a tough call. I mean, a lot of things have happened in the last 72 hours with the Drew Dalman retirement. I kind of expected something shockingly like the DJ Moore trade because, I mean, so many mixed reviews, so many mixed reactions from like my own social media accounts as well. Like, people were shocked about DJ Moore. A lot of people were like, yeah, get rid of him. I mean, it just depends, honestly. It's a tough call on my end. But if you really want to get Crosby, then go with the option. If I'm Ryan Poles, go with the option that fits you if you think that Henderson is the right guy for you, okay. But if you really, really want Crosby, there has to be like some sort of trade, or you can probably draft a younger guy that could probably help make these Bears a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, I mean, you got it right down, Augie. And I want to add another thing about Bradbury that just came out. Garrett Bradbury was actually brought to Chicago because he actually roomed with
Yeah,
Joe
I
Tooney.
just saw that.
You're
I was gonna
seeing
bring
that?
that up.
He
Yeah.
was a roommate with Tooney, and they're coming back to the Bears. So, hey, I trust Tooney, the protector of the year, by the way, first
Mhm.
ever. And if Tooney says this is our guy, that's our guy. And if there's anybody that you trust in that room more, is Joe Tooney, right?
Yeah, Trustin Tooney.
Trust and Tooney, man, we're making it happen. And yeah, Augie, you bring up a really good point. So we want to have Crosby on here. And if he thinks Crosby is the difference maker, then you do it. But if Ryan Poles says maybe Hendrickson is the move and we go get another guy with our first round pick to truly fill this gap in the coming years with Montez, Akeem Mesidor potentially, if he really likes him, because he had a big,
Yeah.
draft crush on him in the combine with these other individuals on the young D line, Javon Dexter, who we'll touch in a minute, Shamar Turner and such. There are different alleyways that Ryan Poles can take. It just comes down, is he willing to shell out the money for that? And we truly will not know. But what we will know is the Javon Dexter talk here on Bird on Breakdown after this short ad break.
1 in 3 adults in America have prediabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mama. In other words, my mom has been living with type 2 diabetes for almost 10 years. So together, we want to say to the 84 million Americans at risk, exercise and healthy eating can help reverse prediabetes. Start by taking a simple 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Bet he can't say that in reverse.
If you're worried your friend may be struggling, remember, you don't have to be there to be there.
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. Good chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You can ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and the JED Foundation.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text TV to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can. Jump.
Reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And, welcome back. Get ready to Bear Down Breakdown, Season 3, Episode 12, as we are nearing the end here of this amazing season. It has been an eventful Bear season, an eventful season here on Bear Down Breakdown. We just want to shout out Henry once again for doing a wonderful job per usual.
Yes.
And, of course, the Roner doing his thing as always. And back to the Javon Dexter deal. We have some interesting topic because we were afraid that he was going to be moved last week. However, reported by Brad Biggs, the Bears do not want to move on from defensive tackle Javon Dexter this year. Maybe could let him go next year for nothing, trade him, etc. Who knows? But what are your thoughts on that, especially on a young upcoming D-line, especially when we might revamp everything?
I have no clue why this is dialogue. I really don't. I don't get why everybody is in trade talks now. Why would we give up the one player who's been good, who's been consistent, when we have Grady Jarrett, who's I don't know, 50 years old? And then who else do we have? Dio Odengbo and Montez Sweat. There's maybe 2 guys on this team that are young. Why are we scanning for everybody's value the minute we get good? Keep the guys that are consistent.
Develop them more.
That are young, that can be developed. And push away the older guys.
Mm-hmm.
Grady Jarrett, let him have a good year and then get him out. Montez Sweat. If it would cost Montez Sweat to go and get Max Crosby, goodbye. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because you want Javon Dexter to stay as your young piece. And I'm going to pass it to Augie because he is so happy that Javon's back. Augie, what do you think about this, man? Do you agree with Ronan that maybe we should just stop trading these young guys?
You trading them. I mean, you're the Chicago Bears, and it will still remain Chicago no matter what people say. It will always be Chicago Bears. Javon Dexter here, in my own opinion, this guy is young. He's 24 years old, and he's a key part of that defense. Obviously, you have to make moves around in the defense, but Javon Dexter is really key to this Chicago Bears defense. Should be no possible way that Ryan Poles should be able to trade this guy away. He's part of your defense, and you need him.
Yeah, and you mentioned it too. We have guys like Dio, Grady Jarrett, Andrew Billings. He's definitely gone.
He's gone, yeah.
Right. And then you have these other rotational guys. You what's his name? Something Robinson. Oh my God.
Dominic Robinson.
Dude, he did all right, but you kept him on for so long to give him an extra year deal last time around.
Goodbye, Dom.
He's gone. Revamped his entire D line. If you're gonna keep somebody, keep Dexter, who has been statistically more efficient than Jalen Carter, by the way. Mm-hmm. That's massive. Javon Dexter can be so good, and you see him times initially blow up.
He's been more efficient on the field and off the field too.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy off the field.
Did you see that they were gonna trade Carter to the Raiders for Crosby?
Yeah.
He's
would have been ridiculous.
Murder somebody. Dude, we were talking about it earlier. We're he might be the first NFL player to outdo Aaron Hernandez if he goes to L.A. or Las Vegas.
He might beat him.
He would be the biggest menace there. I don't know in what right mind that Howie Roseman would think that it's a good idea to ship Jalen Carter off to Vegas where he can gamble all the time, where the roads are
free for him.
Oh my God, I can't even.
I just think he doesn't care because he realizes what's at stake in terms of return. So it would be rather interesting of what happens.
I hope they just re-sign Jalen Carter or draft somebody.
It would be ridiculous.
Eagles, get away from our guy.
Yeah,
Crosby is a bear.
He doesn't want to go to Philadelphia, man. Boring. Now back to the topic at hand of center options. If we don't get Tyler Linderbaum, they're also looking at Connor McGovern. If we want to keep him as an option.
Well, I think we're good.
You think we're sticking?
We can stop the center talks for now. Garrett Bradbury is fine. He's going to be fine. He's a 76 on Madden, if that means anything to you guys. He gave up no sacks, no penalties. We can live with that. We will be just fine. This was an unexpected thing that happened where we lost one of our best centers. There's not really going to, we can't look for an upgrade. That's the thing. And I don't, it kind of irks me because everybody is looking for an upgrade. There is no upgrading. We have to find a guy that's passable. We're going to find a guy that's passable, and that's Garrett Bradbury. And I think for now, up until the draft, until maybe we can find somebody better, we let free agency play out. Because honestly, I don't think Linderbaum was coming here anyway. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to New York where he's played with Harbaugh because he's more familiar with the system. I think it's going to be a lot better for him.
Yeah, a lot more money to pay him.
Yeah, and a lot more money to pay him. And there's going to be a lot of people. Like Ryan Kelly just retired.
Yeah.
So his market has probably now just shot up another couple $1 million. I wouldn't want to pay that. It's probably going to be 23 to 25 million now.
There's up to 30 if possible.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not paying 30 mil for a center. That's DN money.
Yeah, I'm paying 30 mil for Max Crosby and Max Crosby only.
Yep. And then, Augie, what would be your thoughts on that? Because we just made the trade of Garrett Bradbury. They said we were expected to be part of a large bidding war for Tyler Linderbaum. Who knows if that's the case? If we get him for a solid deal, whatever. Problem is, now we got Garrett Bradbury. So what do you expect to happen in this situation? Or what would you like the Bears to do now?
Man, this is. And in my eyes, I was looking more with Tyler Linderbaum. But again, he's too expensive to fit that role with the Bears. I think it's more so like with Hunter and McGovern, where if that trade doesn't happen with Perry, I think you have to go with McGovern in this one because, again, if you're trying to not draft, but if you're trying to trade a center here, I mean, the Drew Dalman situation, I mean, it's kind of a weird way to retire at such a young age, but guy. But I really think, and I'm going to agree with this one, I say you keep Bradbury as long as you can because, again, a veteran center is a pretty good, high-quality piece for these Bears.
Yeah, you bring up a good idea, and then I know Ronan loves this move, and it just makes too much sense right now. You're barely getting out of this cap hell. Now you get more money. Use it on the defense. You pay these guys to make a difference on defense when the offense is not a problem. You make it happen, and you can always get guys down the board with picks that we've accumulated over the year, over trades, and over compensation, which we will address right now. Shout out Augie for providing this to us. So we'll let you go ahead and take over here, Augie, regarding the Bears' compensation picks and what's potentially going on.
I am Ian Cunningham, when he was traded or was given the GM, the GM position over there, was supposed to get free draft picks, and that's my frustration. Like, I don't understand how in the world you do not get those compensatory draft picks. Excuse me, oh, and I don't know why it is a big deal. I was gonna say, why is it a big deal? No, it is a big deal because literally, you're the Bears and you should earn those draft picks. I mean, who wouldn't in 1,000 years would not get those draft picks? In my opinion, you definitely, and even Ian Cunningham himself said it. The Bears do deserve these draft picks, and I still don't understand why. But then again, it's the NFL, and I can't really.
You're preaching to the choir, buddy. We all agree with you. We're equally as mad, but you said it for us that why are we not getting these? This has only happened to the Bears, and I say this over and over again. It is the Bears tax, and not only that, it has happened to only us. Drew Dalman retiring only happens to us. This whole comp thing only happens to us because of this whole Matt Ryan spiel that's going on. But they're saying that the pressure is coming, and a lot of people believe out of ESPN 1000, Courtney Cronin, that we might actually get them because we have been appealing this. If he is drafting and taking on prototypical GM duties, you do expect the Bears to receive these because this would be massive in a year where you can either use them to trade or fill in holes where the Bears could use them. And I know you agree with that, Ronan. We got a third this year and a third next year. We're loaded in the later parts of the draft if we start giving up our first and second for Max Crosby because now you have another second and multiple thirds to build that O-line and D-line. You touch on that for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to depend on how and if that trade goes down. But,
hypothetically.
I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want us to talk about this the same way we talked about, Trey Smith last year.
No.
When we started up, that was...
We still benefited, though, with Tooney.
Yeah, where we wanted to get Hendrickson, we didn't. And, we had a great year, nonetheless. But, it's... We got to solve these problems now. Our window is here. And
it's just now opening.
Yeah, our window is opened. And we can either jump through it or we can just sit on the edge there and look out and just be like, oh, it looks good, but we're going to be conservative. No, we can't take this floor by floor. You got to jump out the damn window. You got to go. The time is now. We can win this. Go. And so, like, I say, why not? Like, trade for Crosby, sign Hendrickson, sign whoever that is going to elevate this team beyond what it is now, and then go.
If the time is ever right, it's now. And I know that you touched on that perfectly, Ronan. You did a fantastic job because, go
If I
ahead.
may say, sorry to is super duper important here is that you deserve those draft picks 100%. The NFL is the NFL at the end of the day. But again, I go back to the idea. You deserve those draft picks 100%. Once you get those draft picks, and I know that Ryan Poles and the rest of going to be able to get those draft picks, basically loaded here. Basically loaded and can build a championship caliber team that Ben Johnson has said multiple times. We still have to find the pieces. The pieces are there, to be honest with you. It's just the way to maneuver them, in my opinion.
You have to capitalize on them. We deserve the picks without a doubt. We've been preaching this all the time since this happened. And if you have the opportunity to improve your team, it has to be now. If you know those guys in the third round aren't going to help you, then you make that trade. You go get guys that are going to make an impact and boost your chances to be a contending team and a Super Bowl winning team as well. Because the moment you're contending, you're a threat. It's as simple as that. Teams are going to be willing to make dumb moves, and you're going to be able to just lap them. You want to be able to lap this team. You don't want to be side by side. You want to be able to overtake them. You have to be better than them.
Be like the Eagles, where they just make these ridiculous trades.
And they work out.
And they just get all of these star players. Like, remember when they got Kevin Byard?
Yeah.
Like, just out of the blue. They'll get Kevin Byard.
Jalen
They'll get,
Phillips.
Jalen Phillips. They'll get all these players that are like, they're not insane stars, but they're great. And now they're in talks for Max Crosby. Like, oh my God. Like, it's like the cap doesn't exist to them. Figure out what they're doing and
Replicate
do it.
that.
Yeah, when they got like A.J. Brown on top of Devontae Smith. Figure it out. And Saquon Barkley on their team. Like, that is a loaded team. They have so many guys on that team that, like, people want out because there's too many stars. They're not getting enough attention.
And it's always a good problem to have. You have to replicate that.
Have there be so much winning. There's so much winning. Okay, we got to move on to a different topic, though, because we're almost done.
Well, we still got time. I came a little bit late. We can go a little bit after, but I guess we'll
wanna
avoid
leave.
this. Speak for yourself.
That Domino's pizza deal, son.
Okay. Well, skipping over the ad break here, you got to take advantage of it. And we mentioned the need at O-line and alluding to it earlier with Taylor Decker.
Yeah.
But Taylor Decker requested and was accepted his release from the Detroit Lions. And hey, guess who has a need at left tackle?
And guess who also knows Taylor Decker and made him into Taylor
Johnson.
Decker? Ben Johnson.
Let's do
Ben
it.
Johnson.
I mean, the writing's on the wall.
It's going to happen.
It got to happen. The writing is on the wall. The Bears need a left tackle. His best years were with Ben Johnson.
Give him some Portillos and tell him just, you're coming here. We need you.
You're bringing you here.
You're not Jason Peters.
Yeah.
Which sucked. Jason Peters was a painful memory, but he was pretty good.
He was solid.
He was solid. I won't lie. But, he's going to be good. And I'm telling you, bring him here. That line will be scary. Scary.
It'd be perfect. You don't need him for a long time. Pre-draft process, when we got Ozzie Trapillo, I said my pro comp for him is Taylor Decker. They're both 6'8", massive, really strong.
It makes too much sense.
It just makes too much sense. His best years were with Ben. His best performances and scheme was with Ben Johnson. And you need him at a position of need. And guess what? You don't have to sign him for long term. Get him maybe for 2 years if Trapillo needs an extra bit more of rehab. Yeah. Give him a little bit of cash his way. And guess what? This man will be ecstatic to come to Chicago. You bring in an experienced, seasoned, elite veteran in Taylor Decker to Chicago, that O-line is going to be elite once again. But Augie, talk to me about this. How much would this help the Bears, especially if you're able to bring another elite piece until Ozzie Trapillo comes back?
First thing I will say is get him and get him. Like, the Bears do need a left tackle after what happened with Ozzie Trapillo. Yes, you have Theo Benedict, but still, I don't feel like it's going to be the same juice or the same energy as what this guy can offer you that did his years in Detroit. I mean, Ben Johnson knows the guy. I mean, you cannot slip this away. If you do slip this away, I don't know what you're doing, buddy. Ben Johnson knows the guy. The guy knows Ben Johnson. The connection is there from Detroit, from your own division rival. Get him to the Bears. That is exactly what you need at left tackle. I mean, how are you just going around like just at this point?
As soon as free agency hits, they have to make that as the first signing, without a doubt. He's going to be cheap. He's going to be open to coming to us, right? And he's also going to fit the system. Ben knows the importance of building the trenches. If you're able to get him quick in the building, he doesn't have to move far, that's for sure.
Ben knows.
And he will be perfect for the young guys. You get more veteran presence in this line. It's going to be an older line.
And like you said, he's comped to Ozzy Trapillo, so that's a perfect guy to have come in and mentor him because Trapillo is
Literally.
going to be great. So, like, why not?
It just makes too much sense for this not to happen. I wanted the Bears to get Dan Skipper last time around. He's retired now. Go get the other left tackle they got on that
Get
team.
the better one.
Get the better one. And if you can have him rehab and help him be his true potential, because Taylor Decker, when healthy, at his absolute peak, was a top 5 left tackle in the entire league. He graded out as such, and he played as such.
Yep.
And that was with who? Ben Johnson. You have to go every time you get an opportunity to do this and improve your team. And like you mentioned, to elevate your team into an opportunity to contend and to jump through this window to a Super Bowl, you have to do it. It's perfect sense. Ozzy Trapillo benefits from this, who played outstanding last year with limited reps at right tackle and left tackle. It's just too easy to not go after him. As soon as it starts in the new league year on Monday, you go call him and say, hey, we worked together before. You're going to come to Chicago, and you're going to start immediately until we get Trapillo back next year. And I'm sure he'll be ecstatic to take a backseat role the moment Trapillo gets back, because now he'll be a developing guy, a swing tackle, and on top of that, extra depth to an already banged up / retired squad. Ronan, final thoughts on the fit of Taylor Decker and what needs to be done this upcoming Monday?
Sign him to a 2-year. You know, that'll be as long as I think Trapillo should need to, just give him that time, full rehab, be like, okay,
Don't rush
take your
back.
time. We got a good guy here, but we believe in you. It doesn't kill his confidence. He gets to learn from one of the best who plays exactly like him. And then just go. Set yourself up for the future with some guys who have done it in the past.
And you have
Why
your
not?
cornerstone tackles. You get your cornerstone and left tackle with Trapillo learning from Decker. You have your already cornerstone elite right tackle and Darnell Wright. 2 young tackles. Once you build your tackles, that interior you can just really build, develop, and mesh. And it is so important to the success of a squad, especially as run heavy as Ben Johnson. Augie, final thoughts before we sign off here on Bear Down Breakdown.
I just want to say first things first. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Yes,
For
sir.
those of you listening, you guys definitely need to check out this show because it's truly an amazing show. I mean, the one thing that I will say here is that if you're the Bears, you need to get on free agency as soon as you can, as soon as it opens up, because this could be your team for the future here. I mean, yes, sign on a one-year deal, 2-year deal, whatever the case may be. But I feel like the Bears in this 2026 season coming up, I feel like that they're going to be a really stacked team, and hopefully, by God's means, if he's listening to me right now, the Bears could be the next Super Bowl champion Valentine's Day in 2027.
Yes, sir.
Got to do it. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will have an amazing Bears show covering and providing all news on Monday via Zoom with all free agency information. Make sure to check us out on Instagram, Twitter. We always stream on Twitter. Henry does an amazing job, our fantastic producer, and we will be active on Twitter as well, keeping up with all news, reposting.
Hopefully our social media intern will
Yes.
be active on Twitter, Fatima.
If not,
watching.
Ronan and I will be doing our absolute best. We
Yeah.
have a really busy week coming up.
Don't be surprised
Finals.
if you get 2 different tweets about the same thing from us.
It's going to happen. But finals
Especially
is
if
for
Crosby.
us. Crosby info, free agency info. The time is now. Bears got to go make it happen. 4-time offseason champs is on the way. We appreciate you guys all listening. This is Bear Down Breakdown, Season 3, Episode 12, and we'll see you guys next time.